Hey everyone, it's technology expert Burton Kelso with Integral here, sharing another tech tip to help you get the most out of the technology in your life. Today we're talking about scary scams that are affecting seniors. Scary, but scams are out there targeting seniors, and it's unfortunate. Cybercriminals realize that seniors are more trusting and willing to do whatever it is they're told to do if it comes from an expert. That's not to say that seniors are stupid, but coming from a more trusting time when a professional calls, they're more apt to follow those instructions rather than to think that it's a scam. And unfortunately, scammers are taking advantage of that trusting behavior. So what can we do to help keep our seniors safe? Well, there's several things that we can do. Actually, 10 tips that we can do to keep them safe. We'll talk about the different scams that are affecting seniors and what steps they need to take in order to keep safe. We're going to switch screens like we always do and take a look at some of those scary scams. So like I said before, scammers love going after seniors, and it's unfortunate. But it's just the nature of the beast out there as far as cybercrime is concerned, and people are always trying to make money in quick ways, and targeting seniors is just one of those ways that they do it. So what scams are we dealing with? Well, let's take a look. The first scam is MEDICARE and MEDICAID card ID scam. What happens in this scam is that someone calls saying that they're for Medicare or Medicaid, and they want to update your Medicare or Medicare information. I need to get that right. Medicare, Medicaid. Anyway, they call and want to update that information. So the senior gives out all of their personal information, and what happens is Medicare, Medicaid fraud occurs, and their information is stolen. So what can you do to keep them safe? Pretty darn simple. I know the answer to most of these would be don't answer the phone, but that doesn't work with senior mentality. Every call that comes in, they're lonely, they want to talk to somebody, they may think it's important, so curiosity gets the best of them. So saying don't answer the phone, I love this, don't answer the phone doesn't always work. So you have to be proactive and keep them safe. So with the Medicare and Medicaid scam, what you can tell them to do is if anyone calls from Medicare or Medicaid, don't give out any personal information as far as that's concerned. If they've got problems or concerns, they need to call the government offices to find out if any information needs to be updated. Pretty darn simple. So what's our next scam? Our next one is the charity scam. With the holiday season approaching, charities are going to pop up, and those kind-hearted seniors want to give to different charities out there, so don't do it. Best thing to do is to go directly to the charity's website and donate online. And if you're a senior who's not trusting, or you know a senior who's not trusting on giving money out over the internet, just give them a call or stop by the charity. Most charities will send out alerts saying that they need charitable items, but make sure that you do some investigation on the charity before you give, and just call the charity directly to make sure that it's a legitimate charity. Next on our list is my favorite, the tech support scam. Oh my goodness, everyone's dealt with this, right? Right. So you get a call. It says your computer is calling Microsoft or Apple and saying there's a problem. But those scams have elevated from the level of Microsoft or Apple calling and saying that your computer has reported problems. Now they've upgraded to saying that your internet service is saying that your computer is infected with a virus, or maybe you get the ransomware alert that pops up and says, your computer is infected, you need to call this number. What should you do to avoid this scam? Well, you need to try to reboot your computer first or turning it off if you've got a ransomware scam. But more importantly, call a computer professional like us or your nephew or whoever, and to find out if the scam is legit. one of the problems with technology is that people assume that they should know everything there is about technology, and that's just not going to happen. So call someone, reach out and touch someone and find out if the alert is legitimate, and move accordingly as far as whatever alert. I will tell you there's not many viruses going around, so if you get a virus alert, it's probably bogus. Ignore it and move on. Our next scam is the email phishing scam. Oh my, oh my. How does this happen? Email comes in asking for something like your utilities or a package is coming in the mail. Most utilities are going to email a statement, not say that there's a problem with your account. You'll get a phone call asking you to call back so you don't fall for a scam. So any email scam that looks, or email that comes through that looks too good to be true, do not fall for it and delete it. Move along. Our next tip is catfishing. Oh my goodness. Online love is incredible, isn't it? And we talked about this in a tech tip before, but catfishing is the practice of someone impersonating a wealthy or a romantic interest, and then they start to hook the person in with emotions into giving out money and other items. You've been catfished. Someone's grabbed you. They hooked you in. What can you do? Well, with dealing with online romance, you definitely want to meet face to face and make sure that the person is who they say they are. And let's face it, we're all adults. If you meet somebody who needs some financial help, you probably better just move on because they've been struggling for a while financially wise. You can't bail them out of problems. Our next scam is the IRS scam. Oh my, IRS scams are dangerous. You want to make sure that if the IRS, or if you have problems with the IRS, that you call them directly. They will not call you and bug you and bully you into giving out money. Our next scam, the Google search scam. Let's say you're looking for something on Google, like a tech support number or a store number. You call and all of a sudden someone's trying to trick you into say that your computer is causing problems and that's why you can't find what you need, or that's why you're having internet issues or problems with your tablet. Go to gethuman.com if you need to find a number for a company. You will get a legitimate number and you will get legitimate help, not fake help from a Google ad that's been placed. Our next scam is the family emergency scam. Oh, little Jimmy's fallen down a well. What can I do? You get a call from your grandkid or your kid saying that they're in trouble and they're normally overseas. How can you avoid this scam? Make sure that family knows where family is all of the time. That way, if you get a call saying that you've got a loved one overseas in trouble, you can ignore it and not worry that you're not helping them out. Our next scam is the cell phone provider scam. And cell phone providers, you don't want to give out that cell phone number because people will act like they're your provider and they will try to trick you into getting provider information. To avoid this scam, pretty darn simple. You just need to call your cellular provider if someone calls and says that there's a problem with your cell phone. And finally, our last scam is the ransomware scam. We have your data and you must pay. Ransomware is a message that pops up on your computer and says your computer is locked and you can't get that information. Ransomware scams are pretty simple for the most part. If you can turn off your computer, turn it off and turn it back on. That'll normally get rid of the ransomware scam. If that doesn't work, then your information may be locked up and lost forever. In that instance, the best way is to back up your information to the cloud, and that way if you get hit with ransomware, it won't affect you. If you got comments or questions, leave them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you to find out what tech tips you'd like to hear. And be sure to follow us on social media and on YouTube. Subscribe to our videos. So, take care of yourself and do many things to make you smile. And thanks for watching. And avoid those scams, right?